Dorian, welcome.
So good to be here with you. And I'm just really full of gratitude right now for the meeting last week and what you spoke into what was moving for me. Like as love wants to open and express itself, and sometimes in connection to other, which feels different or confusing in terms of the container that I've defined as self or relating to my
Mhm.
human that I live with. And just sitting in that, it felt as if just sitting with the movement of that and being able to find words with you and with Sandro, there was like a hollowing out that happened.
Oh, beautiful. Yeah.
And I can just feel like there's so much spaciousness now, and silence and joyfulness and lightness, just like in the allowing of, well, this is arising. and and how the movement of that may or may not look, I don't know. But to be with that
Exactly.
experience of like, in this moment, this is hollowing me out. um yeah, so I'm like relief and openness, and just, it's okay to love. It really is.
It is, yeah. And it also gives that opportunity just to explore, like what you refer to as the container. It's like, what's it made of? Is it
Mm.
real? Is there a price that we pay for that? Looking through that perspective, and then it's just, again, it's just an inquiry. It's not
Mm.
like there's a right or a wrong. It's just, okay, we've grown up in our culture that's really been, let's say, a strong conditioning with a
So
lot of
strong.
judgment, good and bad, and all that stuff. So it's beautiful when it comes up to explore it and just to see, okay, wow, okay, it's a construct, okay, and yeah,
Mm.
and it's like, and it brings so much into view, just it gives us an opportunity to explore that whole idea of hurt, and that I can hurt someone or someone can hurt me, all of that, and for that to be seen and to not be uh, confused is amazing. It's just like, yeah,
And
I'm
it
here,
feels like
and
there's layers, like I've
there's
been
lots of layers. Oh,
similar, and every time, and then there's a quietness, and then something comes into the field again, and yeah, oh, got to bring this into view, this
mm-hmm.
habit of attention, this thought pattern, this unspoken
Yeah,
obligation, commitment idea.
yeah.
Yeah.
It's just, it's for me one of the, like, when it moves into a container called relationship, which is a noun, it's not a verb, it's a noun. Um, it comes down to spoken and unspoken agreements, and an agreement is just a mentally coming together, it's like, so it's made up of thoughts, mental structures. But built into that also is this idea of a successful relationship, how to keep it, um, and what it means, and usually it comes down to this idea of, you satisfying my needs and I satisfying your needs. And if we don't, then that's a deal breaker. And but then instead of our meeting being a spontaneous arising of love, it comes with this pressure of, that we got to perform in a certain way. And in a sense, that kills love. It's because it's no more about what's the sweetness that's arising in the moment. It has to do with, look, if I don't, I'm going to lose this person, or they're going to be upset with me if I'm not going to lose him. So it comes with a lot of pressure in a way.
Mm.
So that's what I found in exploring this terrain. It's just like, wow. So, and there's a lot of expectation, and then around that hurt and anger, and relating back to like really early structures of, yeah, feeling abandoned, feeling not loved, and I mean all that stuff. So it's rich terrain. It's really rich terrain.
You can stay in the waters and stay floating.
Yeah. Yeah.
Keep swimming, even when you're diving. I think what was beautiful for me was to find the pathway of expressing, like, I don't know where this next level of her hollowing me out and like opening my body or my heart. I said to him, I don't know where this is going to take me. I don't know how it looks. I know I can't say no, because this is my dedication to keep saying yes to her. You know, and I'm terrified of how that might land for you. And he was like, I love you. I'm not going anywhere. You know, like, this is
How far out is that? Yeah.
like, okay. You know, yeah. Amazing. How far out is that? And that's where, for me, the like the suffering comes in, when there's these ideas and these like places of, if I say this, he's going to do that. It's all the story is just the suffering, instead of being in this moment of raw, vulnerable showing.
Honesty. Yeah. Yeah. Authentic. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And you know, it's like it brings into also view that where we've just through conditioning started to live in what we think others think, not in what feels true here, but it's like, you know, like being concerned with what will they think of me? Can I really be my, you know, just be in the movement that's authentic for me, or do I, you know, it's like, it's like, it's beautiful.
Rich terrain. Thank you. So I just wanted to show up with happiness, joy, and gratitude. And so
Oh, great, awesome. Thank you for showing up like that. Yeah. Michael, welcome.
Yeah, welcome. I pray that this theme will come up, and I want to tell 2-3 sentences, and then I want to sit with you.
With pleasure.
Because in this, in the retreat, I say love is coming in big waves and is floating over the stones of old patterns. And now in the moment, what I feel, last week I was really in bliss. And because there is not a retreat in Jonathan, a daily retreat where afterwards I can go and meet, what I felt is that unconscious patterns move into consciousness, and when I want to meet this, it takes contraction. It is contraction that's coming up. And I feel the container of big love, and in this there is so much pain at the moment concerning be really the beloved in the moment, concerning the pattern of time. Yeah. Now, Michael, you're so open, but only when you be with Isaac, and afterwards you are like this. And then I see that it's a pattern coming up because it's relating to a situation. And when I'm really going deep into it, I feel so much pain not to be seen in this openness. And it's I was at yesterday. I was at the feeling my heart is bursting out. And what I speak is I really, really don't know. I have the feeling so. This is the thing about this is. I explored for 2 weeks, and I spoke it with you to see when it's coming up and to reduce the speed, and suddenly the eye came. It's so quick. And in this really deep exploring what I did the last 2 or 3 years sitting in the Sangha, there's so much joy and somehow the pain, the big God's heart, and the pain is rising more and more. And I'm be gentle with myself.
Yeah.
And the thing is, it's not to be to speak to everybody. They think I'm an alien, and so I'm. For me,
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
So
No
this
problem.
is okay.
Yeah.
This is the thing.
It's like, to me, the way it seems is like how most people, expressions of life called people, function is through the filter of stress. So when there's stress, there's a big feeling of not having enough time, and a feeling of pressure, and a feeling of running. So when the nervous system is functioning like that, the capacity to see or feel each other is almost zero. The capacity to notice what's going on in ourselves is almost zero. And we're running. So we don't really notice what's going on. When that starts to quieten down, a couple of things happen. There's more space and a much deeper sensitivity to start to notice some of the things that have been going on sometimes our whole life that we just never even noticed. So to me, it goes together that this capacity to notice, then we start to come in touch with these mechanisms and layers of trauma and old conditioning that have never been looked at. Sometimes that can be quite painful, but at the same time, just now we're starting to deal with then one of the things that can happen is a focusing on wanting to change, fix, or get rid of, or somehow do something which just always makes it worse. So, there's a learning of how to start to be present to those deeper layers without going into wanting to change, fix, or get rid of. It's like, okay, I'm just here. Whatever's going on automatically in this nervous system, I'm not doing. It's automatic, it's unconscious. And recognizing that we are that awareness in which it's all appearing, that it's changing every moment, that we don't need to understand it or do anything with it. It's like a gentle presencing that allows it to open and reveal itself. But it will not if there's an agenda. That's what we kind of like, we're sitting there with that agenda. So it's an interesting exploration, yeah? It's like really, it's grace. It's like really opening ourselves to, yeah. Yeah. So it's like, okay, we're here, we meet. And in these meetings we've been exploring now for a while, just this capacity to rest and to feel the sensations we call each other, and to recognize that they're changing all the time, and then there's also that which is aware expressing as Michael, and that which is aware that's here expressing as Isaac, which is verbs. It's changing. It's just like this. There's no difference. It's just, yeah, it's the same intelligence that it's all appearing in. And so, yeah, then just, it's like a, how can I say? Like if you really enjoy playing music and you're playing music and it's just, it's nectar to you, then you stop and you go into like maybe a work mode or something, and all of a sudden there's a whole different organization happening just because of the lens. Like looking, now I'm working, so to speak, or something, but usually it's so automatic and so quick, we don't even notice that transition. We just noticed that one was blissful and the next one is like somehow, yeah, we're in a different space, different movie, different universe, actually,
Yes.
different experiential, yeah. So it's like, okay, that's interesting. Just seeing, okay, yeah. And then, like the interest is there, like just, wow, what's changing? Awareness is not changing. All that's shifting actually is the focus of attention, and kind of like this, whatever structures being looked through. And so as that kind of softens, it's kind of, yeah.
So there is deep release.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah.
So I'm getting tensed up.
The releasing is, and the releasing to me again is, I would say, is grace, because it's not something that we can do. You can't, now I'm going to release. It doesn't work like that. It's like, something just, okay, so that resonates with my own knowing, and something softens, and yeah, this releasing happening. It's beautiful. I would say in the usual habit when we meet each other is we form an impression of someone and we don't relate to what's there anymore at all. We relate to this idea. And actually that's quite painful, to both parties. But we're so used to it, we don't even notice it. So our system comes up with how it's compensated and dealt with that for a lifetime. And it's like such a habit. It happens so quickly, we don't notice that movement. But when we've just been sitting in a field where it's not like that. There's like, how could I say, it's I say meeting each other beautiful, or seeing and feeling without constructs on it, without judgment, without agendas, without, yeah. It's a different field.
Yes.
And so our system starts to recognize and go, wow, that's beautiful, and this hurts. And
Yes.
it's learning in that.
Yes.
It's learning in that. That's all.
Yes. Yeah. So I find there's a big pendulation between the systems. So there is a movement, and this is the grace for me to see. Not I'm fixed in anyone. So it's a pendulation that takes place, very deep pendulation, and
Exactly.
it gets more and more deeper
Absolutely.
in the system of releasing. This I feel, but it's wow. The last week it was a big wave of pendulation after the retreat. Now it's a big
Yeah.
pendulation that takes place, and it was
And
extremely powerful and beautiful.
yeah. Yeah. And what I'm seeing is, like at the moment, what's happening on the planet is so fragmented. There's such a split.
Yeah.
People that are so in fear, and they like, oh, now the Dalai Lama is getting a vaccine. That must mean that the vaccine is good. Or I mean, it's just like it's just it's people don't know, and they like somehow there's this. It's just there's what's going on is touching such early layers of trauma and like fear and all this stuff. And so I'd say the field is so activated at this time. It's not always this activated. It's pretty crazy. So I think many of us are touching layers of stuff that aren't ordinarily touched. And it's a beautiful opportunity at the same time. It's not good or bad or anything. It's just how it is. And yeah.
Uh,
Yeah.
uh,
And you move it out into your front door, and suddenly you see there's people with masks and, or whatever is going on in the area where it's different in different regions. But this, we were watching this movement towards totalitarianism, and it's not, in my view, it's not pretty. And you see how many people are moving with it, and some people are going, no, it's actually it's not true to my knowing, and I don't really want to put an untested vaccine where there's no indemnity or no, like if anything goes wrong, nobody's willing to to take care of it. You see how powerful the drug companies are, that they've gotten that as a law. Where do you have that? It's just like and it's, there's no knowing of the long-term effects or anything like that. It's just that, yes, it's safe. And then people go, okay, it's safe. But sure, to me, it just seems like, wow, it's an interesting time. And then if you say anything, people get so activated by it. It's, oh, you're anti-vax. No, I'm just really interested. I'm cautious. I have some intelligence, and yeah. And for some people, it registers a different way. It's just like, no, I want the vaccine right now so I can go back to normal.
so it's so beautiful to say, because I'm feeling exact the same as you tell. It's and well, so it's touching me so deeply, and it's a big, big relaxation coming in.
And for me, it's not about taking any position one way or another. It's just like, I'm here. You know, until I get a full yes, it's a no, and that's it. It's just no. Yeah. Then there's just space and
Yes.
love flow,
Yes.
peace. Yeah.
Yes.
Beauty.
Thank you so much, Isaac.
Yeah. Thank you, Mark. Beauty. Hi, Lily. Brigitte.
Good morning, Isaac. Good evening for you.
Hi.
Yes.
Good
Yes.
morning to you.
It is a good morning. Yeah. It so resonates with everything what you've been saying. It so resonates in me. It's so deeply every time going back to love created this. And at the same time, I feel what you mentioned, all the new measurements that have been taken in the Netherlands, which have been stated last night. And and if you hear the news and all the fear mongering and all the, you know, there's no sentence say without putting or installing a picture of fear of and to each time go back to what the essence is becoming say the only life saver, but also very difficult sometimes.
Yeah.
it's people who I know well getting vaccinated as if it's nothing, and
Yeah.
and then I don't know if I can be near them because you don't know what they're spreading themselves, which has been in the vaccine.
Exactly. Strange times, eh?
Strange. So yeah, it's such a, say, duality, and at the same time a non-duality in me, that it's quite a force field sometimes
Yeah.
to experience that.
Yeah, for sure.
And you said something in the retreats, and you just said it today too. You said if you, sorry, only if you feel 100% yes, you decide you're going to do something. And in the retreat, you said if you fall really still, and from that stillness a decision arises. Those are not exactly your words, but that's what I remembered.
Yeah.
I have say more difficult time to trust this if I'm in the right stillness to take a right decision.
Of course. So yeah, I mean
Could you give any indicators or help in that?
Yeah. Just if I speak from, I notice that when the system is sped up, it's super difficult to have a clear, really to listen deeply and to function from that. I don't know how it is for you, but that's how it is here.
Definitely.
So, yeah. And so to me, it's like, I know sometimes it seems like something's really urgent and we need to decide right then. But to me, when I look, the priority for me isn't to make the right decision. The priority is peace. To really, okay. So if the system is activated and it's not seen clearly, then yeah, at that point, it's not about trying to get clarity by making a decision. It's about actually stopping. Yeah, really just stopping.
Stopping the process and
stopping the process and just, okay, like what I said, it's just resourcing whatever allows the system to get quiet. And whether it's a conversation, just sitting quietly on the phone with a friend that you know is not going to try and fix you or change you, or whether it's listening to a video or reading something from, it's anything that allows your system just to come to, I would say, peace. And then, okay, yes. Yeah. You know, somehow it seems to me it's like, after, I would say, a whole lifetime of putting pressure, like this habit of putting pressure in different ways, and like has kind of gotten a little bit more gentle, if you just say it like that. So once that putting pressure on kind of can fall away, and there's more, you could call it relaxing, surrendering. I don't know what word we can use, where somehow the system just isn't holding on to needing to know or making the right decision or having the right response. I mean, you watch this whole movement that you were speaking about happening And you can see a touch of something, something wants to do something or be prepared in case they come and all that stuff. And in some ways it's okay, look, you know, I don't know how it is there, but in this country, at least for now, if someone comes and says, look, you have to come get a vaccination, you can say, look, yes, I'm willing to. Just what I need is for you to really show me that it's safe. And I don't just want to hear that it's safe. I want to really see the data and that I want to, I know that the pharmaceutical companies bear no liability, but you're the doctor, and I want you to sign that you'll be responsible if anything happens to me.
Yeah, we have that
And
same.
personally, you're personally responsible because you're the one that's saying to me, and and then usually that's a good way that you can, in.
I know this, but this is also about, say, my living conditions, decisions around that, like bigger decisions that I feel that are impacting my whole life, and I'm more of an impulse decider most of the time. So it's and that has done me good at some times, but not good at all at other
times. Yeah.
So right now, and then when I'm feeling that it's what you're saying, when I'm more at peace, what I sense in what you're saying is that if there is a decision, then it's a loving, kind, peaceful feeling in your system, and it doesn't bring up say a whole lot of controversy. It's a yes to yourself. It's loving to yourself.
Yeah, like to me, I see how there's a tendency to make something much bigger than it is and much more important than it is, and putting pressure. And I find that, so, it's like,
I know.
To me, I've really watched that mechanism here and just seen, okay, wait, none of it's that important. It's like nothing so more important than peace, for sure not. And so, things happen sometimes, you could say mistakes or learning possibilities open up, and just, okay, great, it's a learning possibility. No point in And that's just really moment by moment by moment. And it comes with, like the capacity to notice, oh, wait, something has moved out of just a deep resting into like some kind of stress, some kind of pressure, some kind
anxiety.
Yeah. It's not wrong, it's not bad. It's okay, watch. There's a movement like that goes like that, and it's trying to help, and it doesn't feel good in the belly, and it doesn't feel good. The brain starts to get,
It does, yeah.
It's like, okay.
Yeah, and what I experience now is in what you're saying and how it feels in my body is that it's actually totally irrelevant, in the sense that whatever the decision is, you can feel again and redecide, and feel again and redecide, and feel again and redecide.
Exactly. Yeah.
And in that process I can trust, so to speak.
Yeah, cool. Nice.
Yeah.
And like right now, you, in your own experience, direct experience, you're experiencing resting, and it's peaceful and it's beautiful. And so you know that, you've tasted that, you know it's possible. And how difficult is it? It's easy. It's actually no effort whatsoever. It's just the
No,
system gets quiet. Yeah,
it's very joyful.
yeah,
Very,
yeah,
very
absolutely. Yeah,
yeah.
that's the
Like,
thing. So once we taste it and we know it, and it's not a conceptual thing of enlightenment or something. It's just, oh wow, it's so simple. It's just, yeah. And the capacity to meet us, with the love flow. How beautiful. It's just, it feels that, we can feel that we're participating in each other's well-being. It's beautiful.
mm. And it is also reassuring that you're giving that back to me, that I can feel it. I feel it, but it's reassuring at the same time to know that I'm on my way, so to speak. I'm there.
Yeah, cool. Yeah, yeah. And it really is moment by moment, It's just
Yeah,
like, this is the interest, and so,
it's very much my interest. It's my only,
yeah,
yeah,
how beautiful. That's lucky life.
yeah. Yeah, so my decision is to decide to move to the seaside because I just want to be near the sea because I love it so much.
Yeah, perfect.
But it means breaking up everything that I've built up here in the last 30 years.
Mhm. An adventure.
It is. Yeah. Thank you very much, Isaac.
Thank you. Sylvie.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Sylvie. What subtleties are you noticing?
Try to explain. In the beginning, I felt a lot of sweetness, really sweetness, and after a while, I experienced really to be here and not to be here, and
Okay.
later it felt like again wanting to surrender to it more and more and more. It's hard to explain, yeah, but
I
it's
get
good.
it. I understand.
It's good.
Yeah, for us.
And last week I felt like a tunnel. There's something, and when I looked, it's just there's nothing.
Yeah.
And what did you feel?
Just exploration going deeper. Like, in one way, I would say it's like the system getting a taste of a different quality of loving than you used to.
Yeah.
Different perfume, anyway.
A few days ago, I had this interview at my house, and I was really nervous. For 2 days, I really had fear waves going through my system. But it could really be there, and I really think that helped because when the interview started, I was quite relaxed. So
Yeah,
it's
fantastic.
yeah, it was really a deep allowing of it, and yeah, it really helped.
Really.
Yeah, really grateful.
Beauties.
Thank you, Isaac.
Yeah, sure. Eva, look.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi. Hi.
Oh, I just want to enjoy you and Sandra.
Beautiful to rest together and just not having it to do anything, yeah? Just letting it reveal whatever. Didn't you sense any boundaries between us or anywhere?
Not now anymore.
Yeah, just it slowly, like it left the habitual dualistic focus into just this deep recognition, deep seeing. It's just this. Yeah.
It feels like dissolving in the sea or something.
Do you hear the thunder in the background? Just,
I can see it also. There is
yeah, also the lightning. Yeah, it's wonderful. Beauty.
Thank you for all these opportunities again and again.
It is just this endless love affair, you know. And I think to me, we'll be busy with this. Or when I say busy, it's not even a busy, it's a love affair. It's just, that's my interest.
Yeah, I see. And when I logged in, I saw that you updated your website, and it was written that you said that possibly there will be no traveling anymore.
Yeah, I mean, it's just looking that way at this moment.
Yeah.
Yeah. But fortunately, we have this for now. So
So I want to enjoy it every moment.
yeah. Yeah. It's so funny to look at, you know, how much from, I don't know how many years I've been traveling, and since 1991 till 2021, it's what, 30 years, every year, just going around the world, and then suddenly it stops. Okay. That's just, it's beautiful. It's all as well. But I can just see that, you know, with the rules changing every few days, and, you know, then some airlines you can't fly if you don't have a vaccine. It's just, it'd be crazy to get on a plane at this point for me. Anyway. Not interested. Yeah. And if it changes, we'll look again fresh then. That we can meet like this. How blessed. Thank you. Ah, Raymond. Raymond.
Hi, Isaac.
Hi, Raymond. I don't know what comes to my mind to tell you, but I'm having a little bit of fun with the venues. Only two places that I've been using for the meetings, both in Hamburg, are wanting me to pay quite a lot of money to honor the contract that I had with them. And so I wrote to them and I said, you know, I would love to come there if I could. But here's the deal. We made a contract in good faith, and you can't rent me the space for what I want to do there. And I'm not wanting to charge you money for that. But you wanting to charge me money and you can't fulfill your part of the contract. You can't rent it to me for what I want to do there. So if you're losing money, please contact your government. Don't bother me, you know.
Crazy story.
Yeah. It's like, if it was up to me, I would be there.
Yeah, sure.
But it's not. Yeah.
I would love it if you were here.
Yeah. Yeah, it's true. Yeah. Anyway, we get to meet like this, and it's beautiful.
Yeah, really a gift.
Yeah. But something about the Hamburg consciousness that contract is the contract.
Yeah, a city of
yes, yeah, say contract's a contract. Now, if you can uphold your side of the contract, then no problem. I'll keep my side. But you can't. I'm not allowed.
I hope it isn't the only story you connect with Hamburg.
No, Hamburg
I know.
There's such a beautiful song there. And so I love the nature there. There's so many things about Hamburg. I just realized I need to maybe close some doors because the rain just started really coming down.
Yeah, the sound.
I'll be back in a second.
Yeah, okay.
Good thing. The rain was coming in.
Okay. Mm, please. Quite funny movements as you told the story about the businessman. So I sensed a little sadness coming up about people getting so tight and going out of contact, and now there's coming a smile and funny. Mm.
See it. I mean, I really haven't lost my sense of humor. But I'm playing the game. You know, it's like
Yeah. Mm.
And I really never know why something comes in my mind. But
Yeah.
when we were sitting at the game, I try not to censor it.
You're hard to understand at the moment. Somehow there's the thunderstorm, I suppose.
Yeah, the storm is really
Yeah.
raging.
Mm. Okay. Thank you, Isaac. Mm.
Hi, Isaac. Can you speak for a moment?
Pleasure.
Yes.
That work?
Yes, there you are. One moment, Isaac. Maarten kan zien. Ik ben met Isaac. Ja. Ja. Oké. Oh, there you go.
Hey, Martin. Yeah. I'm going to take another break because the wind has shifted, and for sure the water's going to come in my bedroom. I'll be back.
Okay, cool.
Good thing I went, man. It's really coming in anyway. That's close.
It's so nice to see the lightning behind you. It's like a
Yeah.
disco sometimes.
Yeah. Oh, it's just like it's every couple of seconds.
Yeah. Yeah. Whoa.
Nature.
Yeah, beauty.
All its glory. Yeah.
Powerful, eh? Isaac, can you speak a moment? Because I see Sylvie at the moment. Is Isaac gone? Okay.
Yes, I think he lost connection, so we wait a few moments.
Yeah, that's good.
I can see that he's online, so I think he will be back soon.
Okay.
I'm back with you, Judith.
Nice.
Cool.
Thank you.
Thank you, Judith. Yeah. Korea.
Can you hear me, Isaac?
Yes, I can.
Oh, nice. I just would like to sit a little while with you And
Pleasure.
I want to say I appreciate it very, very much to sit with you and all you together. It's really a big present for me. I'm very grateful and thankful for that.
Beauty.
So now it's a birthday present I make for this person here next 3 days.
Happy birthday.
Shall we sing?
It's not today, it's in 3 days. But I wouldn't see Isaac until then. So.
Yeah. It's really,
Thank you.
hi, Samuel. It's beautiful to just let that shaking happen because it's a deep release. It's beautiful. Some of it. It's the intelligence of the nervous system just doing its dance. So. Just gently, not need to pushing it, no, just so softly, yeah. It's just, yeah. How does it feel for you to meet like this?
Feels very sweet and soft.
Happy to hear.
I feel you so much more than I've experienced. And
Yeah,
it's
your
really,
system is feeling safer and allowing more flow. It's beautiful. Yeah. Deep learning happening.
Thank you.
Yeah, so welcome. Thank you. Yeah. I'd like to take just a moment just to be with the gallery. I haven't had a chance to really see. Monica, I'll come to you right afterwards. Just like to spend a few moments, just see everyone. Yeah. Cool, Monica. I'll have you on my screen.
Hello, Isaac.
Hi, Monica.
I just want to sit a bit with you.
With so much pleasure. And it doesn't have to be any way. We just resting, letting it be how it is, moment on moment. No special way, no pressure to be anything. Yeah, so I can. Yeah. And who's this funny character on your screen, Monica?
What did you say?
who's this funny character on your screen that you're looking at? Can you describe?
I mean, it's a bit more connection.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, and those are going on, and sometimes a bit contraction.
And do you have the sense that your nervous system is learning something?
Maybe a little bit, yeah.
Yeah, okay, good. Yeah.
Good. Thank you very much.
Oh, beauty, yeah. Cool. Okay, sweetheart. Thank you for showing up. Thank you, Sylvie, for hosting. Thank you.
The angels are listening. God is listening. I'm listening. The Oh, my baby,